Hello, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium once again. All these videos are based on things I hear from the other side. They don't come out of me. It's like it's like I'm not responsible for anything I say. What a great place to be in. Um, Ordinary people don't hear voices in their head, and when you hear the voices in your head, you're in a meditative state, and you're really not aware of what you say. So my wife often tries to keep me quiet when someone says something obviously stupid and I'm going to respond in some way, and she keeps me out of trouble. It happened today. I was going into a building. The message from the other side: keep an open mind. Okay, well, that's good advice. Sometimes we hear things and we instantly jump on it as something it's not, when a full explanation might explain what it was. Someone says something, and that isn't the case today. Today I was going into a building and a guy was standing up. Two girls were sitting down, two women, and he was checking my temperature. And I was making a joke. How come he's the guy standing up? And he said something about because they're women and that's just what they do. And I said, ladies, I didn't say that. I love my wife. And went in before it. You see, had this guy been thinking, he would have never said that. But he revealed his true self when he said it. I didn't misjudge him. But often people are. If you're looking for racism in every word, in every sentence that someone says, it's not hard to see it. But is it really there? It happens the other way too. If you're not looking for it, is it there? Yeah, lots of times. Lots of times. And a lot of the time it has to do with who's saying it. But black people can be racist. Asian people can be racist. Eskimos can be racist. And certainly white people are the leader of the band in that area. They have a long history of racism. The English saying they're not racist, what a load of crap that is. You see, you've got to take it in context. I tried not to judge that one when I heard it, but there it was. Is he stupid or what? They have a long history of subjugating people of color or people that are different just because they can. Hundreds of years of killing, and Australia is no different. We just about eliminated the Native American here. They did the same with the Aborigines. Native American people are one of the few interesting things about this country. Aborigines are the same in Australia, and we're trying to, fix that. Australia's done a good job, and we have too. But there's more to be done. But when a white privileged person from England, in the line for the throne of England, billions of dollars, says we're not a racist people, who does he think he's fooling? The whole country's been racist. They imported slaves into this country. They sold them here, and of course, black people sold slaves. Don't forget that. It's not just whitey selling black people. It was a commodity. It was a terrible thing. But Sharon Osbourne, she's going to stand with her friend Piers Morgan by saying he didn't believe that she's suffered any racial indiscretion or hatred, and that's all it's been. Is he blind? And now she's in trouble for standing with him. If you're a person of privilege, you don't tend to see what people who are not see because they've heard it for hundreds of years. But keep an open mind. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm giving these people a benefit of the doubt, but they spoke without thinking. We are not a racist people. Holy crap, where have you been? I'm not someone who puts women down. Well, that guy today did. He had them categorized as sitting down because they're women. They're lazy. I said, no, I didn't say that, ladies. So, in a male-dominated society, men say stupid things that they've been taught, that we've learned from our family. We didn't catch any of that from my father and mother. There wasn't any of that ever spoken about. My grandfather, my grandmother. There's never any racial overtones in anything that was said. But of course, I'm seeing that from a white perspective. I didn't see it. I don't remember anybody ever saying anything like that. Putting up other people down for who they are is just stupid. Instead of saying this person's unique and different and has a lot to offer. I made a video, I don't know, 2 years ago saying that eventually we'll all be about my color or darker. Interracial marriages would go on and on and on until the black people are not black and white people are not white. We're sort of a beige color. Then all this will be history to be studied. And people will sit in classrooms and say, did we look like that? Did we say those things? Did we tell someone to get to the back of the bus? Yeah, we did. The thing is, we get used to being things the way we like them, which is that we dominate. And pretty soon it becomes a habit. And habits are difficult to break. We're seeing a little more dialogue on it. One GOP senator called out another GOP senator on the floor, breaking decorum and all kinds of crap by calling him racist. That's never happened before. Said the statements you made were hurtful. Of course, he said he wasn't being racist. Right? I'm trying to keep an open mind. That's what the other side says. I need to keep an open mind. Because something that can be said that sounds like it is racist does not have that in it. Because the person it comes from doesn't mean it that way. I could tell one on me. I guess I should. I had a Jewish friend in Chicago when I used to work around that area, and he was a good friend. And he was always telling me Jewish traditions, and we talked about food and history and all kinds of things. Sydney, let's say his name, Sydney. And he was working on something, and I made a remark that wasn't racist, but it certainly was prejudiced, maybe, in some way. And I meant it as a joke. And we were friends, we could do that. And he could say things to me, and I'd say, oh, it's just it. He's being funny. He'd laugh. He'd laugh, and then I'd laugh. And because stereotypes are funny. Stereotypical comments are funny. You know, matzo ball soup. Things like that. Anyway, I made this comment, and he got in his car and drove off. He had to do something. It's been years ago. He had to go someplace or do something. And I reflected upon what I had said, and I called him on the phone. I said, Sydney, I said something really, I didn't mean to say that it was a joke. I wasn't sure whether he had gotten it or not. He said, He started laughing. I mean, you could hear him laughing on the phone. He says, "That's all right. I knew where it come from. I knew where it came from. I knew you didn't mean it in a demeaning, harmful way. You meant it as a joke." Now, somebody else had said it, for instance, and named the name of someone we also worked with. He said, "That I would have been mad at that. But we're friends, and we do those kind of jokes all the time. So I didn't take offense at it." And that's the difference. Did you mean it in a hurtful, demeaning way, a put down, prejudiced, bigoted, horrible way, or just mean it as a joke? And a good example is a black person can say the very same thing to another black person and it's not considered racist because they know where it's coming from. They know that it's within the race, it's okay to do that. He knows where it's coming from. He knows it's not a put down, it's a joke, it's humorous. I say that, and it is racist. The very same words. So keep it in context. Where's it coming from? Actually, there needs to be more joking about this. There needs to be more fun in this. I know black friends joke about things. White and black friends joke about stuff like that all the time. It's in your nature to make fun of it, but they don't take offense because they know where it's coming from. They know the friend is making a comment, and I don't mean to make racism and bigoted and putting women down and all that less important. I'm just saying that sometimes it gets so intense that a joke, because these changes, they don't come overnight. We're talking hundreds of years before this stuff goes away. So we in effect we censor ourselves into saying something that might be taken wrong when we just mean it as a joke. We're self-censoring. And what's happened is people who do mean it, white supremacists, the KKK, they've learned to go underground with it. They have little hand gestures and movements that mean something. They can't say it out loud anymore. Well, until recently. Now they feel emboldened to do all kinds of crazy crap that wasn't right then and it's not right now. Anyway, that's the video for today. I hope it helps. It's about perspective. And when someone says something that's obviously racist, they need to be called on it. Like the senator today calling on another senator, calling him racist in front of everybody. More of that needs to be done when it's obviously blatant. When it's subtle, that person needs to be asked questions. Now, why did you say that way? And then they, of course, get offended. Oh, I didn't mean it. Yeah, well, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Keeping an open mind. Why did you say it that way? Why couldn't you have said it this way? So some of these things are horrible in nature because they're just horrible. And other things are being blown out of proportion that were nothing. It's a perspective. Who's it coming from? In what context do they mean it? Keep an open mind. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.